Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Today's outlook, firstly, we're going to start with some more important news for the Asian shares, which mostly turned positive on Friday as currency swings captured attention with the yuan midpoint fixed at its lowest against the dollar since May 2008. The Japan stocks also up slightly on recent yen weakness. The People's Bank of China set the daily yuan midpoint fixed to 6.9505 versus its last close at 6.9478. Meanwhile, mainland Chinese shares were higher, with the Shanghai Composite finishing up about 0.2% or 6.35 points at 3124.03. The Shenzhen Composite ended also up almost a full percent with 18.73 points at 1991.63. Japan's benchmark Nikkei 225 closed also up 0.66%, 127.37 points, boosted by a weaker yen. A weaker yen, of course, usually supports exporters as it can increase earnings that, of course, are reparated partially on sales made in dollars. And of course, it makes pricing in more competitive abroad. The yen, as we can see, weakened slightly more, and it was at 118.25 or just 0.1% down, as European shares were mixed in morning trade on Friday as investors continued to react to the Fed Reserve's rate hike. And of course, they digested fresh data from the Eurozone. We can see the pan-European stock 600 index barely changed, down 0.07%, or that's 0.24 points in, of course, the participants in it in different directions, with the FTSE down slightly 0.01% or 0.4 points, and of course DAX little changed, 3.12 points down. The dollar held hefty gains against major currencies on Friday after, of course, scaling 14-year highs against the euro and, of course, broader basket of currencies as market responded for a faster pace of rate hike by the Fed over the next year. We can see that the euro is slightly higher at 1.0434, or about 0.2% up, with 22 pips after plummeting Tuesday's 1.0366 on Thursday. That was its lowest level since January 2003, and it was down 1.4% so far for the week. Sterling also sinking to 3-week low against the dollar overnight. It was right now up 0.1%. We can see at 1.2430 after slipping to 3-week low of 1.2378 on Thursday. Gold edged up on Friday but remained near its weakest level in about 10.5 months, pressured as the US dollar surged to multi-year peaks after the Federal Reserve, of course, raised interest rates and projected further hikes in 2017. We can see with that gold is right now up with 0.5% or 1132.72, or about $5.9 up on the day. Oil prices also rose on Friday after Kuwait appeared to be lining up bigger supply cuts than it has initially expected from January as part of the coordinated efforts by oil producers to drain a global glut. Of course, U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures appear to be little changed at the moment at $50.90 a barrel, with, of course, 0.01% to the upside. That's the most important news of today, of course. We are going to keep you up to date starting from Monday next week. See you then. Bye-bye.